You are now watching Wrestle AM. It's half wrestling show, half morning show, pretty much all BS. And of course, you got the Koco crew here holding it down live. Yours truly, the sexiest man on all of Internet Wrestling Radio. It's Boom Boom here, shaking the room live from the RVA, Richmond, Virginia. And of course, join me there, way across the pond in Tokyo, Japan, the man fueled by carrots and crippling depression, Dave Koco.
Yeah, what you call? Everyone asks, like, dude, first off, the feedback from the podcast, granted, not many people watched it compared to back in the day, but the feedback was absolutely tremendous. Mm-hmm. And second off, people were like, how did you lose so much weight? Are you dying? Are you dying? No, just carrots, water, and depression, brother. Go to the gym every morning, eat 2 carrots a day, drink water, you're good. It's not the healthiest way to lose weight, but now I'm on a protein. So I lost a lot of weight, so now I want to, my goal is I'll take another year off and come back looking like Scott Steiner. That's my goal. Anyway, hey, bro, 2 weeks in a row. I did not expect this to happen. I really thought it was like, dude, we did it once. I was good. But no, we got a lot to hit up. We're going to be more of a wrestling news show because one of us doesn't watch wrestling as much as we used to. I don't know who that one person is, Booms. But
I heard his name rhymes with Dave Koco.
Yes. Anyway, so yeah, I hope slowly surely get back into this, and I want to. I got so many great ideas, just not enough time. That's my problem right now. It's literally my life. That's how I describe my life. So many great ideas, just not enough time. But anyway, yeah. Anything new with you, brother? Before we start breaking down all the major news stories.
Oh no, nothing else really, nothing noteworthy, I guess.
Gotcha. All right, let's try to be fast. I think there's 10, 20 stories we want to hit up.
Yeah, multiple.
But we both have to be somewhere. I have to, we'll kayfabe where I have to be, and Booms has to go to work. What time is it in America? It's 6 o'clock in the morning, right?
It's almost 7 a.m., yeah.
I think that's exactly the perfect time to podcast to get that American audience.
Exactly.
No, what's funny, though, is because everyone, my old friends all know I love pro wrestling, and I do really love pro wrestling, but my new friends don't. And all the time, we'll be somewhere and people will be like, oh my God, you know about wrestling? And they'll start talking, but I'll be with a lady friend. And I just yeah, sorry about this. I took this girl to a restaurant allegedly, and someone noticed me. They're like, you used to be fat. I'm like, yeah, bro, cool. I'm glad you brought that up. With a girl, we don't have to mention, she can find out through Facebook that I used to be fat. And and then they just start ramming on about wrestling, which is awesome. But I was like, bro, it's a date. And he's like, yeah, I know. And the whole time the girl's like, what's pro wrestling? And I'm like, I'll explain it to you when you're older, baby. Anyway, that's about it. So, boom. Are we going to start with the sad story? Is that how we're going to roll? Are we going to start with the sad story? Yeah, is that how we do it?
Yeah, because it's depressing. You must love it.
So, former WWE Tag Team Champ. We're reading a lot of this. All the stories today come from KocoSports.net, NoDQ.com, and Wrestling Ranting. So just throw our sources out there. So check out those websites. KocoSports.net is reporting former WWE Tag Team Champion Matt Rosey has passed away at 47 years old. And that just sucks, man. 47 years old.
I believe he had congestive heart failure. And we should note he is the older brother of Roman Reigns.
Yeah, and it's just absolutely sad and all that. But I thought 3 Minute Warning was awesome. I was so sad that they didn't come up, but it just sucks that they're both gone now. Jamal was absolutely awesome in All Japan and became Umaga, my son's favorite wrestler, and then Rosey became superhero in training and did a comedy gimmick. But I don't know, there's just tag teams that WWE breaks up or just doesn't do anything with that I thought could go a lot farther. And I thought 3 Minute Warning, I was a huge fan of 3 Minute Warning. I thought it was the greatest thing in the world. One of my favorite moments was they were doing hot lesbian action. Wrestling was different back then. They were doing hot lesbian action, and then Eric Bischoff, one of the coolest things he did was all right, you got 3 minutes, and then they would just come out and beat the shit out of them, like Abyss's real life thing in TNA. But I just thought it was absolutely amazing. I'm really pissed that it didn't go farther. It was just a gimmick and it was quick. It wasn't anything amazing. No 5-star matches, but it was just awesome because like, how often did you just like Monday Night Raw? How often do you just like, man, I wish 3 minute warning was still around. Like you just go out there and be like, all right, you got 3 minutes, and then just beat the shit out of them. And it's probably my favorite thing. It was the hot lesbian action with the 3 minute warning. I fucking dude, like I just marked out. It made me fucking smile. I didn't see it fucking coming. I enjoyed it, and him and Hurricane Helms, I thought were a great tag team. It's just, I just thought 3 minute. I think the thing that I remember most about it is 3 minute warning should have lasted a hell of a lot longer. I was a fucking huge mark for 3 minute warning, and it just pissed me off that it never played out the way it should have. And it's just, I don't know. When you think about all the guys, and this is why I'm way more hard on WWE creative than I am of actual wrestlers. For how much I hate John Cena and how much I hate Roman Reigns, or what I like to call the failed faces. It's my gimmick. I'm a failed face. Get it? I'm working you. You gotta hate the creative team. You got people passing away. You got people that get injured. It's only, it's like Dana White says, you only have a limited time. And a bunch of fucking nerds and Vince McMahon's ego is stopping and hurting people's careers. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But 3 minute warning is probably the thing I remember most. And I did like Hurricane Helms and Superhero in Training. It's just, I didn't think it was as good as 3 minute warning. What's some of your favorite memories?
No, I like the little vignettes he did with the Hurricane. Because remember, up until this point, I mean, he was like this badass, with Jamal. It's like, oh, this, and Eric Bischoff. He was like they were the muscle for Eric Bischoff back during his reign as the general manager. And he's like, I think this segment's gone on for a little too long, perhaps 3 minutes too long. And they would come out, hit the ring, and then immediately afterwards, after Jamal left, he went to Japan. Rosey, had to do something. He's like, I'm the superhero in training, and I love this. Like, little old lady was like, superhero in training, SHIT, and then slapped him. I got a chuckle out of that. I think they won tag team gold if I remember correctly. It's been about 10 years now, but I think they got.
He's a former WWE tag team champion.
Yeah, I got that. I remember that was a good moment because I think it might have been tag team turmoil. They won that one, but no, he will be missed, and 47, too young. But I think this should just be a lesson for everybody out there to take care of yourself, because I mean, the human body is remarkable. I mean, it can absorb a lot of punishment, but it can only absorb punishment for so long, and there are consequences for taking that punishment. So try to take care of yourselves now, so you don't have, even though you may be able to survive it, the consequences aren't too far off. So just don't go down that path. Just take care of yourself now, so you don't have to worry about the problems in the future.
Yeah. So, and hopefully he'll be remembered. Hopefully WWE does something nice for him and the family. And dude, talking, and I hate Roman Reigns. I'm not gonna lie. I hate the failed face, and it's like, it's my fault. Like, I really hate Roman Reigns, but you just gotta feel for him. He's probably getting one of the biggest pushes in WWE history. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's just not going well. It's not going well at all. And then it's just family. You know what I mean? Just all around rough. But it's just, fuck, man. I don't know. It's just sad. It's just all around sad. So hopefully you remember the good times, and hopefully, I don't know. What can you say? You know what I mean? Just remember the good times.
Always.
So.
Yeah, you touched on something else. Now here we get, this is an update to a story that we were kind of talking about last week about Katsuyori Shibata over at New Japan Pro Wrestling. He may have just ended his own fucking career.
Yeah, it's crazy. Fucking.
Okay. If you didn't see Sakura Genesis and didn't see his match with Okada, you owe it to yourself to watch that match. That was a damn good match. But there was a spot in there where Shibata legitly headbutts Okada, and it's like something out of a movie. Like there's like not even like 10 seconds later, you see like a little streak of blood come right down his forehead, and he keeps wrestling. Now, reportedly, he passed out backstage. And I thought, and a lot of people thought at the time, it was kayfabe. It was just, oh, it was just a way to write him off.
There's people that still believe that. There are still people because in Japan they take kayfabe pretty far.
After
there are a small audience that still believes that, but I'm not one of those people.
Yeah, when I hear like, oh well, he lost feeling in one side of his body, he had to undergo emergency surgery, he's getting his memories come back, and I'm like, you know what? I would greatly appreciate if it was fucking kayfabe, if this was, haha, we got one over on you. At this point, with how seriously they're treating this, I would welcome that.
Yeah. The only problem is, and I don't know, I think I'm in a minority of this. Let's say best case scenario, it's kayfabe.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you kayfabe an injury this much and you're trying to work the crowd, I think it's a slap in the face for people that really get injured. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. It's a double-edged sword. You hope it's kayfabe just because you want to see one of the greatest wrestlers going to make a comeback. Because it always seemed like, I live in Japan, it always seems like he was going to be pushed to be a main eventer. He was going to be the main guy soon for like a couple years now. I remember before G1, he was all over free television. He was just everywhere on free television. And in Japan, it's a big deal. It's a big deal to be on free television. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, he's going to win. He's going to win the G1. And he's being pushed to the moon. And it just seems like to never happen. So, like, if it's kayfabe, you hope it is just because he never got where he deserved to be or where his talent was. You know what I mean? And if it is kayfabe, there's also the bad side of it's kind of a dick move. I think it goes too far. I'm not a big fan of faking injuries, and that's just me because then when someone really does get hurt, it kind of takes away from that. You know what I mean? It's seriousness and all that. But I'm in the camp, and I'm not backstage. I assure you, I'm in the camp that it's not kayfabe. I think it sounds pretty serious. Maybe they're overdoing it, but I don't know if I would overdo it. You know what I mean? But that's just me. Because you can kayfabe stuff without making legit injuries seem less.
Yeah, without being so dramatic about it, yeah. But the thing is, like, about that spot, he didn't have to do it. Like, he could have faked it. I mean, he could have headbutted his own thumb. They could have worked something. And I think even if you don't have that spot in, the match is still amazing. So, I mean, it's like he did it. It's like he did it for no reason.
Yeah, but this is the double-edged sword. Because, as a pro wrestling fan, as someone that respects the art, you want them to bust their ass. But then when someone busts their ass and get injured, you're like, hey, I don't know. Because, I don't know, I just respect people that really bust their ass and put their art craft into it. But at the same time, I don't want to see people getting injured. So for me, it's a really fine subject that I argue about. And I think I know this is going to sound bad, but if it wasn't for fat indie wrestlers who couldn't work, using that as an excuse for not being able to work, maybe I wouldn't have mixed feelings. Like, I don't know, you should push the envelope. You should work hard. You should, but at the same time, I don't want to see people's careers ending, and exactly. I don't know what it is. I want them to be safe and put on a good show and respect the art, but I don't want pussies to use it as an excuse for not being able to work. You know what I mean? Like, I am not a pro wrestler because I am not tough enough. I won't name names, but there are indie wrestlers in Florida that I could beat the fuck out of. They shouldn't be in a business. Like, if some fucking internet nerd can kick your fucking ass, you shouldn't be a pro wrestler. You know what I mean? And when you see something like this, like, oh, it's a headbutt, that's why we fucking don't work. I'm like, no, you just can't work. Shut the fuck. You know what I mean? So it's such a tough topic that I wrestle with. You know what I mean? Because I honestly don't want to see them get injured. I don't. But I do want to see them put in the effort and the craft that I can't do. When I go watch pro wrestling, because everyone's always like, "What's your favorite style of pro wrestling? What's your favorite style?" You know, what? This is the thing. To be a pro wrestler, you should be able to do something I can't do. That's it. And like, I know that's kind of crazy, but if I sit there and you know, I'm 5'11" right now because I lost a lot of weight. I'm 154 pounds. So there's no way I should be able to kick the fucking living shit out of you if you're a pro wrestler. And it's not a height and weight thing. It's don't be a pussy. So, but at the same time, I don't want to see motherfuckers injured and killing themselves. And I think that's why there's an art. You know, Bret Hart talks about it. But when Bret Hart talks about it, he's genuine. He's not a pussy. And that's the thing. Like, I don't know. I want to see the best wrestlers in the world go all out without injuring themselves. And it's a fine line. It really is. And it's something that as a pro wrestling fan and as a guy that used to, you know, work in pro wrestling, not as a wrestler, but just behind the scenes bullshit, it's a fine line that bothers me a lot. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't know. That's why it's such an interesting, tough subject. You know, like, because nothing pisses me off more when, you know, this guy went out there. He had a 5-star match, depending on how you rate matches. I'm not. I thought it was amazing. I was one of, you know, I thought the match was absolutely fucking amazing. But he went out there, had one hell of a match, and then you have fucking indie wrestlers and fucking fans that never stepped in a ring. Like, oh, that's fucking stupid. That bothers me because, like, you know, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? And it's something that I battle with. And I think there's not a clear answer. You know what I mean? I don't want to see, you know, bullshit fucking pro wrestlers who can't fucking wrestle. And I don't want to see people killing themselves. I want to see a craft. And I think Kurt Angle in his prime could do that. I think Bret Hart. I think that's why Bret Hart might go down as one of the best wrestlers of all time. Because he was safe, but he was amazing. You know what I mean? And yeah, so it's weird. It's a weird spot. I hope he comes back. I hope it's not serious, but I'm in the camp of it's probably pretty serious, and it's just fucking sad. But it's a thing that I battle with, you know. But it does bother me when someone busts their ass and like, oh, it's stupid, because wrestlers, especially wrestlers, if they can't do something, they say it's stupid. Or, you know, think about it. Go to a hardcore wrestler, ask him about cruiserweight. Go to your favorite wrestler and ask him about a different style. Well, that style is stupid. That style is stupid. It's just like, I don't know. I want him to be safe, but I also want to be like, hey, you know, you should fucking do something that a fucking nerd like me can't do. You know, that's it. I shouldn't have to go back in the locker room and be like, I could kick the shit out of half these people. And it's not a weight thing. It's definitely a tough thing. There's some really small fucking wrestlers, like at ACW, Damien Angel. Damien Angel is not a big guy. Damien Angel will beat the fucking living piss out of you. There has to be toughness to it. You know what I mean? Or toughness or talent. There has to be something there. There's too many wrestlers that fucking, you know, I don't know. I think as a fan, that bothers me. Oh, it's so stupid. But it's like, I don't know. There's an art to it. And it's a fine line that I battle with. I don't know. You know, we might be losing subscribers, dislikes, and all that, but it's something I really do battle with. You know, because I love losing myself in a great match where they're beating the shit out of each other. But at the same time, I don't want fucking them to get injured. You know what I mean? So it is a fine line, an envelope that you have to push, and hopefully the athletes can figure it out. So I was all over the place on this, Boom, but it's really something I battle with. It's like inside myself, you know?
Yeah, an internal battle there. Yeah, now I'm kind of starting to realize, oh yeah, what was my job again? Oh yeah, to keep Dave, you know, together. Like, Dave, focus. In other depressing wrestling news, Vader collapsed after a match at Kurikan Hall on Japan on Thursday. He was teamed up with Keiji Muto and Akira. They were doing a 6-man tag match against Tatsumi Fujinami, Riki Chushu, and Shiro Koshinaka. And after the match, they were doing the ceremony. Vader passed out. Now, Vader said, he immediately tweeted, and he said, he did a spot where he got dropped on his head, and he said everything happened because he got dropped on his head, not because of his heart. And of course, if you remember, doctor diagnosed Vader with some heart issues, saying he only had 2 years left to live. But Vader has not slowed down. The man continues to exercise. He continues to take bookings. He goes and does various shows. This is his most recent one. I know the other one that got a lot of attention was his feud with Will Ospreay out in, I believe it was Progress. Or was it? It was either Progress. No, I think it might have been Rev. Sorry, I apologize. I think it was Rev Pro out there. But no, he isn't slowing down. So I'd like to wish him a speedy recovery. And you know what? It really would not shock me the way Vader continues to live his life. He's going to make it past those 2 years. Because, I mean, he didn't feel sorry for himself. He didn't get all depressed. No, he just is like, fuck it. He just got on the, he just kept working out and kept going. I'm like, okay, it's, if you take good care of yourself, I mean, who's to say? Who's to say he can't make it past those 2 years? I kind of wish WWE ducked his ass in the Hall of Fame while he's still alive.
Yeah. They definitely have to start getting these motherfuckers in the Hall of Fame while they're still alive, without a doubt. He's not in the Hall of Fame yet.
No, he's not. Which is an absolute fucking disgrace, man. I mean, the guy is huge. I mean,
that is such a. I'm not fucking stepping on your dick here, but that's such a fucking disgrace that I actually don't believe you. He has to be in WWE Hall of Fame, bro. There's no way he's not. No, he's not. Never mind. I thought he was. Yeah, because I just Google searched it and everything's petitioned and why you should. And Mick Foley on IDB just.
In the WWE Hall of Fame is kind of tricky because unfortunately there's some people who I believe need to go in now, and there's some people who I believe they're going to go in, but they're only going to go in after they're dead. And what do I mean by that? Like, for instance, I felt like Chyna has a better chance of going in now that she's dead because, well, she's not going to show up coked out of her goddamn mind. So
he's in the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame. But I usually trust Boom Boom because I got a bad memory. I usually oh no, Boom Boom, you're probably fucking right. I trust you. You never let me down. But it just sounds insane that Vader's not in the WWE Hall of Fame. It just, all right. Yeah, I fucking went to his Wikipedia page and he introduced someone a couple years back and he's in the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame. That's crazy. That's insane, I tell you. So, yeah, I have no idea, man. But here's the thing about Vader. I want to say, first off, he's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. He really is. He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Granted, when he did that shit on Twitter, I was just like, fucking old man, you don't fucking get it. You know what I mean? I kind of heel turned on him, but I still love him. It's like, I love my grandpa, but he's fucking insane sometimes. You know what I mean? I had that feeling. And maybe he just fucking worked it. But here's the two things. If he has 2 years to live and he's just like, oh, fuck it, I'm going out the way I want to go, that's an awesome story. But if he's like, oh, fuck, I need money, that's fucking sad. WWE, put him in the Hall of Fame, give the motherfucker some money. You know what I mean? Just, yeah. But, I've always been a huge fan of Big Van Vader. And back in the WCW days and his Japan days when he was younger, he was fucking crazy how awesome he was. You know what I mean? Just a great big man. He gained a lot of weight and all that, but still, man, just one of my favorite big guy wrestlers. And I hope it's the more positive. I hope it's the fucking, I got 2 years. I'm going out on my own fucking terms. That's an awesome fucking story. And I hope that's the story that is really behind the scenes. Because if he's doing this because he needs money, that's just sad. You know what I mean? It's just like, no. I'm hoping he's doing it because he's like, fuck you, I'm going to go out the way I want to go out. Because, it's just such a great fucking story then. But yeah, hopefully he's healthy. You know, he passed out, had to take a fucking knee. He just said he landed on his head, but you never know. You know, and I don't know if he's as big as he. I'm hoping he's losing weight, but he was big when I saw him last. He was a really big guy. You know what I mean? So hopefully it goes good. But he's wrestled all over the world, and he's probably one of the greatest fucking big guy wrestlers of all times. Here in Japan, he's fucking crazy over. And for older fans, seeing him in WCW, you know, so yeah, huge fan of Big Van Vader. And crazy that he's not in the WWE Hall of Fame. That's just fucking insane. Insane, I tell you. So, yeah. So hopefully he can fucking bounce back. He's gonna continue to tour. How fucking badass is that?
Yeah,
so
gotta keep going, man. I mean, that's hardcore, man.
I'm hoping he's just keep going because he, for the love of it. I hope he's not keep going because he's like, oh shit, I gotta fucking eat. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah. So who knows? Maybe I'll catch one of his Japan shows. I think he's got 2 more events. I haven't been to a live event in a while. So yeah, that'd be awesome. All right.
Let's kind of pep it up here a little bit here. Of course, Impact Wrestling was last night, and there's some news coming out this morning. Impact Wrestling has merged with Global Force Wrestling, which is really not that big of a shocker. Jeff Jarrett, remember he left then TNA, formed Global Force Wrestling. They kind of brought him back for like an angle with Global Force Wrestling, so he'd sell the rest of his shares of TNA. Well, when Anthem bought TNA and it's now become Impact Wrestling, they brought Jeff Jarrett back in. So to me, this is really not that huge of a shocker. So I mean, you saw like
he pulled a Steve Jobs.
Yeah, Sanjay Dutt, he's come back now. Here's the question is, now you've got Magnus, he's the GWF World Champion, and then Cody Rhodes is the next gen champion. And are they going to keep those championships around? Are they going to merge them? How is this going to work out? That's the big question there.
All right. First off, Global Force Wrestling, is that what it's called?
Yes.
Dude, I don't mean to be mean. Who gives a shit? Like, really, Global Force Wrestling. Second off, he pulled a Steve Jobs. He literally made a company where it doesn't really, he just wanted to get back into Apple. You know, if you watch Steve Jobs things, he made Next, and then he's just like, all right, got to get back into Apple. He basically made Global Force Wrestling, and when he got his chance, went back to Impact. Global Force Wrestling, I think he overhyped it way too much for any of us to care. And the good thing, I guess the merger, there's 2 things that are good. First off, hopefully we get to see those TV tapings because I heard they look amazing. Even if they put it on Impact's YouTube channel or just have it as content and then they can bring it up. So that's good. Second off, as the championships go, I just think they should have merged it. I'm a big fan of that. Champion versus champion. I remember the UFC did that with the Pride titles and I lost my shit. And other champion, I think WWE did that with the WCW title. So yeah, I hope that they merge the titles and it's title versus title and all that, and just merge it. And then I just hope that Jeff Jarrett, forever how long Impact is, will always be a part of Impact Wrestling moving forward. And we just never hear about Global Force again.
Yeah, Impact is really not so bad right now. I guess the only problem I still have with is goddamn Josh Matthews on commentary. But they're like, and I swear to God, like if Impact could watch this show and they hear me say, they're like, oh, see, there you go, it's working. He's an annoying commentator. You get it? He hates him. It's working. I'm like, dude, no. The point of commentary is to put over the action in the ring, to put over the performers, to make you care about it, not to get yourself over. And that's what I feel like Josh Matthews does. He gets himself over. And they kind of realize people don't like him. So, hey, let's turn it into a storyline. Let's make one of our commentators one of the centerpieces of the show.
Yeah, I'm going to have to watch an Impact Wrestling soon. But, dude, I watched TNA from day one. We used to have the pay-per-view parties at the radio station. We used to interview their athletes. I was a huge TNA fan. I can't hear TNA's not that bad now and not laugh. It's just I fell for this trick, you know. Transformers 19 might be great, but I only fall for it twice. All right. I'd like to tell you on air, Booba. I'd like to tell you I didn't watch the sequel of Transformers, but I fell for it. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, okay, well, they messed up the version. Now, they have Marky Mark, and they're like, there's Transformers are awesome. Fuck you. I'm not falling for this. And I feel like that with Impact. I do. And like, I'll remember the good days of TNA. Maybe I'll watch it. But it's one of those things, if I don't like it, I'm just not going to talk about it. That's, you know what I mean? I was like, right. Dude, I can't critique it anymore. I can't, and, Andy Paps and American Alucard and Wrestle Talk and all those guys. It's good now. And it's like, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I don't think there's any form of entertainment that I gave that many chances to that I stopped watching. Like even WWE, I didn't give that many chances to. You know what I mean? It's just like, all right. I don't know. It's just, you know what it is? They always give you potential and then take it away. Potential, take it away. And you know what it is? I hope with money, Jeff Jarrett, what is it called? Owl.com?
No, it's not. It's Impact Wrestling, yeah. But
all right, but anyway, I hope the new Owl company. It's always animals. First panda, now owls.
All right, thinking, and to tie this off into something else, I'm thinking WWE may reach some kind of deal with Anthem because it's looking like WWE's going to try to bring in the broken Matt Hardy gimmick. I'm like more principle above anything else. I'm like, fuck that, Al. I mean, they don't have a fucking case. I think the Hardys can win it. I was like, WWE, you can speed this up. Use your fucking army of fucking attorneys and basically have a judge rule that no, Impact doesn't have any basis, for claim of ownership on their gimmick, and then just give them the fucking middle finger. But instead, they're going to want to cut a deal with Impact and pay them like X amount of money or a percentage, per month or whatever.
Yeah, but I don't
feel like they're fucking owed that money. That's what pisses me off is when somebody just makes up something and says, well, you owe me money. And you're like, no, I don't. Oh, well, you should. You should pay me anyway. And then instead of fighting it, you fucking give in and give them the fucking money anyway. I'm sorry. That's just like a personal thing that pisses me off.
Yeah, I don't know enough details about it, but sometimes it's just easier to give money and go about your way. So sometimes the truth hurts. But yeah, sometimes you're just like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Just give the money and fucking go about your way. But here's the thing. I don't know how fucking great the fucking broken gimmick is. I know it's over as fuck because everyone's like, check it out. I saw some clips on YouTube and I don't know. I feel like I missed a phenomenon on that one. So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough details to give an honest opinion. You're like, thanks, Dave. Best color man in the business.
Exactly. You're the best, well, here's the other shakeup here. Jinder Mahal, of all people in WWE, is supposed to get a big push.
Because they're trying to get to the Indian market because that's what TNA does.
Apparently they're going to make a faction with him and the Bollywood boys. They're going to now go by the Singh brothers, and they're saying it's coinciding with their kind of push to get in India. And I'm really not even mad. I'm just like, I mean, SmackDown. They keep saying SmackDown's the land of opportunity. It's time for fresh starts and everything. And I'm like, I really can't get mad that they're doing what they promise. And it's like we keep talking about how we need to create new stars. We need to give people a chance. And it's like I can't get mad if they actually do that. So, all right, make me care about Jinder Mahal. Make me, one way or the other. Make me, do something.
Well, the thing is, like we've been doing this for a really long time. How crazy is stuff that we complained about 10 years ago now happening? Like we always thought there should be a WWE network. You should get in Japan. You should get into India. It's just crazy that like such a big company took so long. Like everyone praises WWE. Like, oh my God, they're amazing. It's like, not really. This is shit that should have been done. They should have had Japanese stars a long time ago. They should have Indian stars a long time ago. They should have broken to India. It's funny. Like, people lose their fucking mind about New Japan because, like, New Japan isn't in fucking America every day of the week. Yet, you outside of America, WWE isn't doing that great. They should have been an India market. They should have been in a China market. They should have. It's a worldwide thing, and just what the UFC has learned, you need local heroes to get behind them. You know what I mean? I guarantee more people are watching WWE now because of Nakamura in Japan. I'm simply speaking, and all that, but with Del Rio and Mysterio, you should have local heroes, and you should build them up, and you should be going after those markets. It's just crazy that we're in 2017 and like, do you think we should get into this India market? I honestly think, TNA, that's where they dominated. Like I would have went to India. I would have went, you know what I mean? So hopefully they India does a great thing. I mean, it's a lot of people in India, a lot of English speakers in India. Just India is a great place, and it's one of the hottest markets going today, and you should be there. WWE with the WWE Network and all that, they really need to go international, and that's the thing, especially for Vince. I know that this is not Dave Koco talking for Dave Koco, but this is Vince talking. Dave Koco talking for Vince. Vince wants a shitty product, I assure you. But the thing is, he can only back up shitty ratings and low attendance with how much money he made. Like, that's all WWE can talk about. Well, the thing is, if your product's going to be shit forever, but yet, ratings are down to shitter, but, we made more money for our stockholders. Ha ha ha, I knew Roman Reigns would get over. And then you would hear WWE fanboys be like, say, it's all about the money. Well, if you want to keep living that lie and not make your product good, and you do, Vince, you have to break into India. You have to break into China. You have to break into Brazil. And then, this is the best part, Vince. Your product can be shit forever. And then when Roman Reigns is, oh, and we're complaining, you'd be like, oh, we make more money. And it's because you entered India. You entered China. And then the WWE Network's going to explode. And the best part is you're going to make money, and the product doesn't have to be good. Vince, this isn't fucking porn. You can fucking stop whacking off to what I'm saying. You could make the product good and break into India, but let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? Your product can suck. You can have John Cena and Roman Reigns for the rest of your fucking life, but it doesn't matter. They can boo, and we can complain. But you can be like, we made more money, and it's because you're going into places like India. You're going to dominate in Japan, China. It's fucking genius. You can be rich with a shitty product. Vince McMahon, Business 101. You can learn more for 5 easy payments of $49.99. I mean, you could do all this and make the product good, but you're not going to do that, Vince. Get the fuck out of here. Your product to be shitty forever, and you'll make money. Dude, I don't know if Vince McMahon will ever listen to anything I've ever said in my life, but I do know that last 30 seconds, if he does listen to it, he's whipping out his dick and masturbating. He's like, it can be a bad product and I can make money? Fuck, man. We just created a nightmare. But yeah, hopefully it breaks into India. I love India. There, I said it. Bad props. Dude, India and Brazil, I was going to say I made a lot of money. But yeah, my family has a lot of money because of India and Brazil. I love India and Brazil. Much love. So yeah, break into India and Brazil, my friends. It's an amazing, amazing place for business, and hopefully they do good. And all that, but it'd be cool. And all that, but you get to see such great wrestlers. So I don't know, it'd be interesting. How do you enjoy though, as an entertainment fan? We talked way too many business. As a fan, how you enjoy this shit?
Entertainment-wise, it has its moments. I mean, there's a few, spots here and there on Raw that I like. Overall, I like SmackDown, compared to Raw. I prefer SmackDown more, and I love NXT. I don't know. That's the fucked up thing. Their developmental program, in my opinion, is better than their main roster. So I enjoy that. I do like the WWE Network. I do like watching some of the other stuff. Like I've been watching Table for Three. Sometimes I'll go back in the archives and watch a few things. Like one day, I just, for no particular reason, I decided to go back and watch every WCW War Games match that they had on the network. I enjoyed that.
That's awesome. Yeah, one thing they have to do though, and I'm hitting up something I said last week. Their preview shows have to be better. Like they did. You need better preview shows. That's crazy. I went there the week before WrestleMania, and your preview shows were shit. You got to work on that, WWE. All right, I'm gonna go to a couple live comments here because I'm back. Woo! And it's like 3:00 in the morning. I don't know. So we have to, if they're there, we got it. Both of you lost weight watching WWE, so the president made you eat, huh? Yeah. No, what you call it?
That's the story we're gonna go with.
Yeah. And Heavy J. One day I'll break it down, but I don't know. Not today. Heavy J says, we now live in a world where Donald Trump is president, the Cubs are champions, and Jinder Mahal is main eventing a pay-per-view. The end is near. LOL. Yeah. I don't know. I think 2 of the 3 were in Back to the Future references. I don't know if Marty McFly knew about Jinder Mahal though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't pay attention to the world. There's a line, and first off, Star Wars Rogue One, absolutely fucking amazing. Anyone who disagrees is completely wrong. That's where I take a stand. Like you can be like,
scared.
But like, here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing. People are like, oh, if you vote this, if you vote that, and like they have a line where like, I'm not gonna be Facebook friends with you anymore. Like my line isn't that serious. My line is like, did you like Rogue One? No. Well, sorry, I'm gonna have to go. Like that's what I'm gonna talk to my friend tonight, and I'll be like, hey friend, did you like Rogue One? And she goes, no, I didn't like Rogue One. I'll be like, bitch, peace the fuck out. I'm gonna go talk wrestling with Boom Boom. But no. But anyway, this was going somewhere. Rogue One, it totally fucking grasped my attitude. Granted, the character learned something and changed. Ooh, we learned something and changed. But they go to the main character, and I'm not giving. It's not a major spoiler here. I think it was actually in the trailer. But they go, what if the Emperor's flags are everywhere and they take over the universe? I just won't look up. And that is literally my attitude towards anything that's not directly involved with me. Like people are like, can you believe this guy and this guy are running for president? And I'd be like, yeah, dude, I don't look up. Can you believe the Cubs won the World Series? Don't look up. Just work on your own shit. You can't change anything. Motivation. Bye, Dave. Good to see you back, Dave. Shining Stars, next tag team chant. Shake my head. LOL. Barry's American. ALP. Yeah. Alpha. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea. You know what? I hope the Shining Stars do good. Carlito's. This is called Carlito Juniors. I think Carlito Juniors deserve it. You know, I'm sure they have real names, but no. It's Carlito Jr. and the other Carlito. That's it. There's Carlito Jr., and the other Carlito. That's it. I'm sure somewhere that's racist. But the moral of the story is I love Carlito. That's the moral of the story. And if Carlito can't be there, hopefully Carlito Jr. and other Carlito do great.
That's what I like about this whole roster shakeup. It takes people who have been very successful, who've got nothing else left to do on that particular brand, go to a different one and try something else new. And then also it's a second chance for people who've struggled. I mean, like the Shining Stars, Jinder Mahal, people like that who struggled over on Raw. Well, you come over on SmackDown, you get a fresh start. And, it could be the building up to something bigger. For me, I kind of like the fact that WWE is trying to give their superstars now an opportunity to be successful, because as a business, why would you not want all of your employees to be successful? I mean, to me, I'm like, if the more successful people are, the more product you have to push out, the more T-shirts you can sell, the more pay-per-views, more network subscriptions you can sell, just the more tickets you can sell, more people to pull for. I mean, I think that's wonderful. There's more money I can make.
Does John Cena and Roman Reigns look strong, Booms? That's the moral of the story.
Okay.
Anyway, know what I found out? I might be a tiny bit racist, but on top of that, my love for Carlito is crazy fucking high. Like the whole time you were talking, I was like, I really fucking love Carlito. I do. There, I said it. Oh, this is old school. I love Carlito more than a straight man should. There, I said it. Lennox Wooderson asks, it's great to see the old team back together. It does feel great. Mm-hmm. If one of us watched wrestling, maybe we could do more than just a news show. What's your thoughts on Mahal and Nakamura on SmackDown? I think we talked about Mahal. I hope he does good. Nakamura, I fucking love. I just think he's the greatest fucking thing ever. And he wears leather pants, and I love him. It's my daughter's favorite wrestler. And so many people in Japan are watching WWE and pro wrestling because of him. I used to work in an orphanage, and Nakamura and Okada were the reason people watched. Like, it went from I would go into the orphanage going, hey, I like pro wrestling. And they're like, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, all right. And then it went to, hey, you like pro wrestling? You know about Okada and Nakamura? So I don't know. Nakamura and Okada made wrestling cool again, and yeah, so that's great. I hope he does good. I hope he never fucking loses a match. I love Nakamura. Dude, and fucking his entrances and his music. Dude, everything. Speaking about Nakamura, I fucking read this on No DQ. Do you know the Glorious soundtrack was supposed to be for him, and he turned it down? Talk about it working out for two different people.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, dude, it would have been weird to see him come out to Glorious. And not only that, but like that's something. Fuck, man, that's something that would have been crazy. But yeah, Jay Rhodey says they certainly can work, but they bury talent they literally just started to push. Yeah, I hope they get their shit together, but they won't. Put the clones with clean Alamos and make Los and Gabanos. I totally fucking slaughtered that. I just call them Los. Dude, they sell merchandise like crazy. I see the merchandise all over in Japan. WWE. Dolph and Nakamura have a chance to main event match of the year if WWE lets them go all out. Is Dolph trying again?
Yeah, Dolph is always trying.
No, he's not. He gave up a long time ago. So yeah, last question, pal. No problem. Keep them coming. I missed the chat room. What do you think about this whole JBL being a dick situation? Well, we can just talk about that story now. No DQ is reporting that it's JBL's taking one for the team, and holy shit, I know about taking one for the team. Yeah, I think JBL's taking the blame, and it's all WWE. And here's the thing: I got this question a lot. I am pro WWE if they just cancel Be a Star. Like, if they come on and be like, hey, listen, we're wrong about Be a Star, cancel it, then Vince, go ahead, fucking bully whoever the fuck you want. They're a dick, got it. But when you go and tell kids about the Be a Star program and you still bully and shit, that bothers me. And I think JBL is a bully without a doubt, but I also think JBL's like, oh yeah, it's all me. And Vince and all the other guys can go because even Lawler was bullying him and all that. So I think JBL is taking all the heat, and they're hoping to keep him quiet by giving him money. Not JBL, but Morano.
I don't think there's JBL taking one for the team. It's all WWE. I think it goes hand in hand. I mean, JBL's a fucking bully. There's no fucking deny that because there's been multiple documented cases. Remember Palmer Cannon ran his ass off. The fight with Joey Styles backstage.
Motherfucker didn't even win.
Yeah, I know. Of course, the latest incident with Mauro Ranallo. The incident with the Blue Meanie. So that's four incidents that I can think of off the top of my head.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, not only that, but I can't even wait for the fucking Miz. Wait till the Miz does shoot interviews. Wait till the Miz tells his story. That shit's going to be crazy. But yeah, but then again, I say too, you have to stand up for yourself. We talked about this last week. Mm-hmm. You have to stand up for yourself. And sometimes you're going to lose a fight. But the reality is sometimes you have to get your ass kicked, kids. That's it, and if there's an ass whooping coming, there's an ass whooping coming. But you don't want to be an easy target. And I said this last week, so we're repeating stuff, so I'll shorten it up. We can change topics, Booms. I don't want to have the same podcast every week. But if me and Boom Booms were getting picked by Brock Lesnar could beat the fuck out of both of us. Is that safe to say, Booms?
Yes, I'd say that's very accurate.
But if you fight back when you get your ass kicked, And let's say I fight back, get my ass kicked, and then Boom Boom doesn't fight back and gets his ass kicked. Well, the bully is going to go to the weaker target. So eventually you have to fight back and get your ass kicked. But that doesn't have a nice catchy saying like be a star. And this whole anti-bully thing, I think it makes the numbers of bullies smaller. But I think it also gives the power to super bullies. So instead of having 10 normal bullies, you got rid of it and you have one super shredder. So yeah. Get rid of be a star and bully whoever the fuck you want. Dicks. But the fact that you're telling kids, oh, be a star while this goes on, it's bullshit. And I know all their charities are bullshit, but this one, like, cuts me deep. It cuts me deep, Boom Boom. It cuts me deep. All right. You want me to hit up the next story?
Yeah, one more, then we got to go.
Oh, really? We're gonna wrap it up that much? All right. Oh, I'm so excited because I got like 20 stories in my head. Boobs, pick the best last story ever. Go.
What? You said you had it, motherfucker.
Oh, well, I got like 20 last stories. Do you just want to? All right, I'm gonna go through real quick. All right. Kurt Angle, fucking. This is on Wrestling Rant, and I'll put a link down to Doobly Doo if I remember. I haven't put links down to Doobly Doo in forever. Did you see we had a thumbnail? That was Jerry. Kurt Angle fucking shits on Roman Reigns and says he should be heel. Poor Kurt Angle. Back to Impact you go. This is the thing I don't like about WWE, and especially when it comes to John Cena and Roman Reigns. They're like, oh, well, everyone likes him. Everyone likes John Cena. Yeah, but what happens when you shit on John Cena? You get punished. So I'd like to see what happens to Kurt Angle. Now, granted, he's probably never going to mention something like this again, but he should turn heel. He should follow in The Rock's footsteps, not John Cena's footsteps. We're tired of failed faces. Booms, anything you want to add?
No, I agree with him.
Would you vote for Kane? Kane is trying to be mayor of Knox City.
Knoxville, Tennessee. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I probably actually would because, I mean, I can imagine that. I mean, he's actually a really smart guy from what I've understood. And, that guy that huge, I mean, you're not going to fuck with that guy. You're not going to renege on a deal when you strike a deal with Kane. This guy's damn near, 7 feet tall. Shit.
All right. Couple more comments, then we're going to wrap this bad boy up because I think we're done news. This is one. I'm going to go back to Stump the Idiot. So listen up here, folks. Stump the Idiots are coming back, but I need a list of questions because the computer. I had like 200 questions, but that computer's gone. I got a brand new computer. But so I need new questions. So down in the comments, leave questions, and I'll just do like short videos when I can. And try like if it could be like not time sensitive, that would help me out tremendously. But this one's kind of time sensitive, but we saw it. It's from John Cena. You think it's the real John Cena? He says, our opinion of Strowman and Show breaking a ring is that Big Show's key to putting someone over. I think so. It's a cool way to put someone over. It shocks you. It happens a little too often now. But it's still pretty awesome and exciting. The referee looks ridiculous. And all that, but it's putting someone over, but it's also not hurting them. You know what I mean? And it's if you don't go to the well too much, it's an exciting time. Even today, I remember when Brock and Big Show went, all my friends went there, and there's like I can like pretty much name everyone in the front row that went to the Orlando show, and I didn't. And then they're like, "Oh my God, the ring exploded," and I totally regret it. As long as they don't go to the well too many times, like a video game.
It's visually, it's great. Visually, it's amazing.
Yeah, but I guess it's a way to put someone over and not hurt someone. You know, Big Show wasn't hurt by it. Strowman wasn't hurt by it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's a great thing if they don't have it. All right, I'm going to go some last live comments, and then we're going to wrap this up because we both have stuff to do. Unless there's something you want to bring up, Booms.
I was going to bring up the Paige thing that she's supposed to be back in May, but I don't think anybody gives a fuck about her. So, he doesn't have any plans for her, so who cares?
I think the only reason she's not fired, and I'm kind of paraphrasing no DQ here, but I think the only reason she's not fired is because of The Rock's movie. Like she's a character in The Rock's movie or something. I don't know. Mm-hmm. So, so that should be interesting. All right. Countless shoots on JBL, though. Thoughts of being an asshole. Yeah, he's just an asshole. Now that Morrow is gone, If I'm TNA or ROH, I'd give him whatever he wants to bring him back in. This is a Wrestling Ranted video, and Wrestling Ranted says he just came up with the idea of him being English commentary for Japan because he goes to Japan often, and it would be awesome. But yeah, I mean, anywhere he goes would be awesome. Here's the problem. WWE gets great people, and then he's like, hey, could you be like our people? It's fucking stupid. So yeah, TNA. You know what? I know it sounds weird, but him and TNA, that would spark my interest for me to turn it on. Him and ROH would be perfect, but I like Carino and Kelly. You know?
Yeah, Carino's not there anymore.
What? Jesus Christ, I love Steve Carino. What happened to Steve? Who is it now? Carino and fucking
No. Both Carino and Nigel McGuinness from WWE now.
Oh, so it's just Kevin Kelly by himself?
No, it's Kevin Kelly, and I can't remember the kid's name. He did the Women of Honor show, but he's doing commentary with them now.
Is it Lenny Leonard?
No, not Leonard.
No. Jesus, I've run out of fucking ROH. I'm like, is it Rob Feinstein? Like, is it Gabe Sapolsky? Who's fucking doing commentary? Let's see. Josh Roberts, even though he's a clown, but he's another one. Yeah, he was bullied. Justin Roberts. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't read it. I just heard. I got to read Justin Roberts' book. A lot of people have talked about it. Who would you have Rude drop the NXT title to?
Drew McIntyre.
Maybe. I don't know. Kenta? Yeah, Kenta returned on a house show, by the way.
Yeah, he returned this past week on NXT, too.
Yeah. So
he's going to be the next challenge.
Well, it looked like Braun was supposed to take that bump twice and putting out pussied out. Yeah, there's a lot of autocorrect going on. Big Show stepped up. Even YouTube is censoring the chats. That's it. We just lost our ad. I still like putting out. That's, dude, from now on, let's say when people pussy out, you're putting out. Like, dude, come on. You're going to go out drinking tonight? Don't put it out. Don't put it out, boom, boom.
Yeah, I like that. Actually, I do like that.
Yeah. Big Show stepped up like a solid vet, and I think Paige is pregnant now. So we'll see her for a while now. I don't know. Paige is, how crazy is her life? Poor girl. Leaked photos and everything. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know. Was there a question in that? Or was that just a comment?
I think that was just a comment. I don't think Paige is pregnant. I think she's supposed to be, as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, I believe she should be cleared as early as May, but WWE doesn't have any plans for her. I mean, with everything going on, her relationship with Del Rio, their anti-WWE videos that they've been putting up online, the whole sex scandal, I just think just let her ride out her contract and let her go. Just be done with it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just hope she gets her shit together. She's a good person. I know that, but this sex tape stuff is crazy. I don't know, because I'm not gonna take the high fucking road here. I like looking at boobies and ass and all that fun stuff. I assure you, I'm not that fucking much of a prude. But think about it, dude. I don't know. It's just like there's so much free boobies and puss out there. You don't have to hack people's phones. Not cool. Not cool at all. And all that, but like think of how much it hurts the relationship. I don't know. I'm just anti hacking someone's shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't know.
All right,
I don't know. I like boobies. I'm a big fan of boobies. I think that's how we should end it. Oh, no, we got a question.
Hurry up, man.
You're going to be late for work, motherfucker. Because, I got a text message. She'll text me when she gets here. But anyway, who do you guys think will take the belt? It's so funny. I'm like, Booms, don't put it out. As soon as I get that text, I'm like, peace out, motherfuckers. Mr. Wrestling Fan 101. Here we go. Who do you guys think will take the belt off Randy Orton? I don't know. Why the fuck does Randy Orton even have the fucking belt? Really? It's fucking LK. LK's getting some fucking pull. He leaves KocoSports and his motherfucker Randy Orton wins the title. So much bullshit. I blame LK. Check him out on Loudmouth Wrestling. Anybody. Is anybody the correct answer? Anybody. Except, I don't know. John Cena? Sure, why the fuck not? I don't know. Who do you think, Booms?
It's too early to tell. I don't think it's
What?
gonna be. I don't think it's going to be Jinder Mahal. It may be. Here's an idea. What if Bray Wyatt wins it at the pay-per-view, and then they have to go back and forth between? Because right now with Lesnar being the champion, I mean, he's not going to defend it every month. So why not go back and forth?
Yeah.
It's an idea.
I don't know. I like AJ Styles. Is that too obvious of an answer?
Yeah, it's way too obvious.
What will be the WWE title match for next year? No, fuck it. Nakamura, AJ Styles. I'm calling it now. I saw it live at the Tokyo Dome, and it was fucking amazing. I'd like to see it live again on WWE Network. I think it will either be Knock versus Cena or Knock versus AJ Styles. Just jump. No, I don't want to see Nakamura versus John Cena because John Cena will win, especially at WrestleMania. I don't, dude. I'm old. I don't think my heart can take it. You know what I mean? Can you imagine Nakamura, Japan's fucking hero, the hero of fucking real pro wrestling fans, the man that's gonna fucking break down the barrier so Japanese wrestlers can come
Dave,
down.
I'm gone. I gotta go to work. I'm out.
Booms, are you for real? I think it will either be.
Dude,
we're done.
Right,
all right, Booms, wrap it up.
Sorry to cut it short, but I've
got to putting out. You are putting out.
Check us out, KocoSports.com, KocoSports.com, your home for combat sports, where the world goes to kick ass. Most importantly, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. Be sure to like, subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We're going to be doing these shows hopefully this time, again next week. So just keep it and get your questions down here. We'll answer your questions down here in the comments section. Makes for a better show until somebody starts watching wrestling again. So I want to thank everybody for joining us. So this is Booms for the rest of the Koco crew saying the boom just went bang, and I am out. Bang.